everyone, I'm Dan from the iPod Touch World, and today I'm reviewing Infinity Blade. Yeah, I'm a bit late to review it, as a lot of other big reviewers have already got around to it. But yeah, just really haven't got time to do it, and decided to do it now for you guys. So it's created by Epic Games, which obviously the creators of Gears of War, if you don't know already. And they've created quite a spectacular game in Infinity Blade. The actual graphics are just spectacular for a mobile device. You're obviously not going to be able to see the full extent of the graphics due to the fact that this is running on a 3GS, so it hasn't got the beautiful retina display. Also, my camera can't really justify the game in the slightest, as it is only a webcam. But I'm going to do the best that I can in this review for you guys. So as you see, I click the enemy and it goes into a cinematic. So you find out different things as you're playing through the beginning of the game, which is cool because you haven't just got a straight up training mission like most other games. This one you start off basically straight into a battle with this massive ass dude. And basically the controls are as follows. You have a block down the bottom, you have two dodges down here, which you can dodge to the left and dodge to the right, and then you basically just swipe, which I actually missed then. You basically swipe in whatever direction, and the sword will actually mimic the direction that you are swiping in. So it's quite realistic in that way, and yeah, it's quite enjoyable to feel like you are this person actually fighting these enemies, or these massive brutes. So as you said, just parry them. I can parry in the direction that the enemy is attacking me in, instead of wasting my blocks, because as you see I've only got 10. It's quite a satisfying experience actually killing an enemy, because you feel like you're actually there, because the graphics are that engrossing, and the fact that you're controlling basically every move. You can block attacks with your sword, you can block it with your shield, you can dodge, and when you actually do swipe, you can swipe in whatever way you feel and it will mimic that. It's not like you swipe and it's just a generic response, it's however you go for it. And as you see, it will level you up, and you can choose different things. I'll just choose random one, then go back into the game. And as you see, when you're in this kind of zone here, I can look around with the camera and see how beautiful the scenery is. Now, like I said, it's really not going to justify it on my iPhone and with this camera. But believe me, when you play it, you will love it to death. The graphics are spectacular, especially if you have an iPhone 4. So basically you follow this kind of path as such. You can have little side things like that, where I can tap to choose a treasure chest and then pick that up. But as you see, it's telling me to go over to the door, and then it will initiate yet another cinematic. So it's quite generic in that way, but it really does work on the mobile or the touch screen for the iPhone and the mobile gaming market, because they really can't make games anymore where you're actually controlling the kind of movement of characters and still make it really engrossing, because it's actually quite hard to play a lot of touchscreen games, especially fast-paced ones. So this kind of takes the pace off it, makes it feel a little like an RPG at the same time. And if you see, I go into the menu, go into character, you can see how much content there is actually available on this game. So they're all the swords. Then you get like axes and bloody shields and different armor, and as you see, the list goes on, and you're not going to get bored with this game until obviously you complete it. So you're going to definitely enjoy what you do get to play of it. And if I get into the pause menu, press coming soon, you have all these new features coming soon. All the new swords, shields, helmets, you got new enemies to challenge, multiplayer with Game Center, new area to conquer, and basically I'd imagine they're just going to keep expanding and expanding and expanding, and yeah, it's just such a great game, purely for the fact that the graphics are probably the most spectacular graphics I've seen on a mobile device on its own, let alone obviously in the App Store. This is definitely the best looking game I've seen in the App Store, but probably the best on a mobile device at the moment. So that is Infinity Blade. There's not much else to it. You really need to experience it before you can judge for yourself. Don't watch this review and be turned off by it. You definitely have to experience it before yourself, even if you try on a mate's device or however you can experience it. Definitely experience it before you judge it, because it's an amazing game, and it's actually really massive at the moment. I think it's the biggest grossing game in the App Store, and obviously App of the Week by Apple, and I'd imagine it's just going to keep expanding in popularity. Definitely recommend it. I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10, purely because every game has its flaw, and obviously this game is no different to any others. The only flaw I could really see in it was maybe the fact that it's such a scripted game, and the story isn't the most kind of appealing story in the world. Yeah, it's a good story, but definitely not the best story I've ever played through. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. That is Infinity Blade. I'm probably just going to give it a 9.5, which isn't such a bad rating. 9.5 is pretty spectacular on its own. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to thumbs up if you enjoyed this review. Make sure to comment below any kind of help that you can give me, any criticism. Obviously, don't give me camera criticism, because I know I've got a poor camera. And make sure to subscribe for more reviews. Definitely going to try and get a new camera whenever I get the money, or whenever I have the resources to actually get it myself. And thank you for watching, guys. Thanks for all the support. Love doing the reviews for you guys. And have a great day, or night for me, because it's night out there. So thanks.